Hello and welcome to Psychgeist, where we talk about the psychology of the era, the science of games. I am your host, Dr. Rachel Kowert, and on today's episode of Research Review, we're going to be looking at a 2019 article entitled The Influence of Competitive and Cooperative Video Games on Behavior During Play and Friendship Quality in Adolescence. This article aimed to explore the influence of competitive and cooperative gameplay on friendship quality and pro-social behavior among adolescent friendship dyads or friendship pairs. The authors start with a thorough background section about the importance of a multi-dimensional approach to understanding gaming effects. One dimension being the social context through which games are played, which is often overlooked. Of the work that has looked at the role of the social context, distinct effects of competitive and cooperative play have been found for a variety of outcomes, including aggression, pro-social behavior, and feelings of empathy and trust. Building on previous research, the researchers wanted to evaluate whether the mode of gaming, playing cooperatively or playing competitively, would impact friendship quality and pro-social behavior after play among pre-existing friendships. You know I love a good experimental study, and this was just that. In this study, researchers brought in same-sex friendship pairs into a lab and had them play a racing game, either by themselves, competitively, or cooperatively. They then had observers code the participants' behavior during the gaming sessions. After 15 minutes of play, participants completed a pro-social behavior task as well as a post-test test of friendship quality. As I mentioned, observations were made by research observers during play. The observers were trained, and the scales they were using to make notes was drawn from the child-friend interaction rating scales. The interactions in the cooperative and competitive condition were coded on an individual and a didactic level. That is, what was each individual doing and what were they doing as they were interacting with each other. Individual behavior was measured on 5 scales. Positive behavior, such as helping or thanking. Negative behavior, being intrusive or hostile. Dominant behavior, bossiness or controlling play. Submissive behavior, complying with one another, seeking direction or approval. And competitive behavior, teasing or taunting. As is the standard, they checked for inter-rater reliability, and a composite score was created using an average from the 4 coders. Didactic behavior was measured on 6 separate scales. Positive connectedness, nice cooperative behavior. Pro-social behavior, cooperation, mutual thanking. Quality of communication, which was defined as the frequency of communication. Disharmony, non-reciprocal interaction or interrupting each other. Conflict, such as a disagreement. And imbalance of power, such as an unequal distribution of dominance or leadership. For these subscales, a composite score was also generated. Post-play, friendship quality was assessed using 3 scales that range from 0 to 100, and they measured liking, how much do you like your partner, trust, how much do you trust your partner, and connectedness, how connected do you feel to your partner. There was a good internal consistency between the items, therefore the researchers melded them together to create a composite score of friendship quality by summing the answers to the 3 questions. The participants also completed a pro-social behavior task, which was a 2-person give-some dilemma task adapted from previous research. Participants received 10 tickets, and they were handed 2 envelopes, one with their name and one with their friend's name. They were reminded that because of their participation in the study, they were going to get put into a raffle where they could win 50 euros. This was done in the Netherlands. They were told each ticket increased their opportunity to win the raffle, but they were also told that for every ticket they put in their friend's envelope, that would actually count as 2 tickets. So by donating 1 ticket to your friend, you decrease your own chance of winning, but you increase your friend's chances. And they were told they can distribute the tickets anonymously and however they want. Pro-social behavior was measured by the number of tickets that the participant donated to their friend. Colleges are so devious sometimes. Results. No significant differences were found in post-test friendship quality between the cooperative and the competitive condition. However, adolescents who played competitively did report lower friendship quality than participants who played by themselves. There were no differences in the pro-social behavior task after adolescents played a video game by themselves, competitively, or cooperatively. There were some differences, however, found in the behavioral observations. As expected, more positive behavior was observed during cooperative gaming as compared to competitive gaming. However, there was also more negative, dominant and submissive behavior, and a greater imbalance of power between friends in the cooperative condition. For the observed individual behaviors, positive behavior during the game predicted higher friendship quality after the game. For didactic behaviors, for the interaction behaviors, there was a significant effect of prosocial behavior on post-test friendship quality. So pairs who displayed more prosocial behavior during the game while they were playing scored higher on the friendship quality after the game. The observed effect of positive behavior on friendship quality was found across all conditions. So taking everything together, the researchers found lower friendship quality between adolescents after they played a video game competitively as compared to playing the same game solitarily, but did not find evidence that playing cooperatively promoted friendship quality. Behavior displayed during gaming interactions predicted friendship quality afterwards. Both pro-social behavior and positive behavior predicted increased friendship quality. The researchers note that their findings indicate that cooperative or competitive games can foster positive behavior during gaming interactions, and positive and pro-social behavior during gaming positively influences friendship quality. The real takeaway for me, though, was this. Quote, cooperative games seem to provide an opportunity to promote friendship quality between adolescent friends. However, we emphasize the importance of the interaction during gaming more so than the mode of play. We found no direct association between cooperative gaming and later friendship quality, and cooperation in games did not always lead to more affable interactions. While there was more positive behavior in the cooperative condition, we also observed an increase in negative, dominant, and submissive behaviors and a greater imbalance of power. Perhaps cooperation encouraged positive interactions, but also increased frustration between friends. Finally, we do not wish to argue that competitive play is inherently harmful and should be prevented in youth. Playful competition in video games may actually be a standard occurrence in typically developing children and has been linked to beneficial effects such as a decrease in conduct problems and improvement in peer relations. While the results indicate that cooperation in video games is a promising tool to influence adolescents' peer relationships, we emphasize that the actual interactions of a gaming session are more important than the mode of play. My thoughts. I really like this study. I like the use of naturalistic observations. I like that they used pre-existing friendship pairs, which is something I haven't seen happen before. Usually you put two strangers in a lab together and have them play something and make observations that way. So this is more naturalistic in that sense. This has more external validity. And I think that's really where the power in this study lies. As the researchers point out, that the pairs have a history of interactions and established expectations, and so the engagement likely had a stronger effect on friendship quality and prosocial behavior than the manipulation of the game mode. As they emphasized in that takeaway there, it wasn't so much about the mode, but about the interactions between the two. I mean, they would likely still want to be friends after the gaming session versus just putting two strangers together, so that probably influenced, for instance, how they behaved on the prosocial behavior task. So what does this mean? Well, that competitive play is not necessarily lesser than, worse than cooperative play. When we talk about behavioral interactions and friendship quality, there seems to be this assumption that competitive play is somehow less cooperative. That probably isn't the right way to put it. But this study shows that there is value in both positive and negative valence interactions, that competition and cooperation can both contribute to positive friendship outcomes. If you like this video and want to see more, please like and subscribe. And until next time, be excellent to each other and always cite your sources.